Hello, I'm Valentina Isis, the goddess of astrology, and welcome to your astrological forecast for November 2017. Now, I'm going to be talking about the different astrological aspects, how are they going to be affecting you, and by the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out some angel cards for better guidance. Now, I want to let you guys know that this month, I'm going to be having a contest for a free astrological reading. So, if you want to be the next winner, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at valentina.isis, where you're going to be able to find out all the rules and info for this contest. Now, don't forget to give this video a like. Thank you so much for all your beautiful comments, and please share, because the 3 videos that share the most this month, I will be doing a mid-month reading for you guys. Alright guys, so tune into the ripple with me. Hi fire signs, and welcome to your astrological forecast for November 2017. Now this works if your sun, ascendant, or moon sign fall in any of the fire signs. Alright guys, so first we're going to start with the astrological aspects, and then I'm going to go into each sign, pulling cards and letting you know how they're going to be affecting you specifically. So number one thing that I want you guys to know is that there's a lot of energy in the sign of Scorpio. A lot of energy. We have Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and the Sun all in this area. So this is a very heavy month for a lot of Scorpionic energy, and what that means is that it's a time to reflect, it's a time to go within, it's a time to be a researcher, it's a time to penetrate the illusions and penetrate deeper into what it really means, into what it really exists, what it's all about. So I see a more intimate energy coming out of the fire signs. I see that you guys are going to be in a lot more deeper, a lot more sensitive. There could be an energy that is trying to help you penetrate through a situation, try to help you to get somewhere, try to help you to research something so you can uncover something, so you can transcend. Now, this energy, I will be explaining in each sign how it affects you. But overall, we have love here, which means that our love is very intense at this time. We're loving being intimate. We're loving having intimate connections. We're loving having a research, a mystery to uncover. These are things that are actually bringing us a lot of pleasure. Also, Jupiter is bringing us a lot of expansion in these things. Things that have to do with passion, things that have to do with healing, things that have to do with uncovering mysteries, things that have to do with intimate, powerful energies. This is a year of power, and this month is a month of power, because we have so many planets in here, so there's so much energy going on. Now, another aspect that is going to be happening is that we have a beautiful trine happening between Saturn and Uranus, which means that Saturn, which is the planet of restriction, of discipline, of constriction, of following the law, going through authority, doing the right thing, being conservative, is having a beautiful aspect with a planet, Uranus, which has nothing to do with that. It has to do with revolutions, it has to do with progression, it has to do with breaking the law, going against the current, being different and being progressive, and changing schemes and changing perceptions. So these two energies, when they're coming together in a harmonious aspect, which is not going to happen until the next like 50 years or so. So these energies are very, very strong at this time, that they could definitely revolt, like have some sort of revolution in your life. Like there could be some revolt. It could be an internal revolt, an external revolt, but there's some sort of major change or sudden situation or sudden circumstance that is actually going to guarantee you more stability and more groundedness in your future, because these two energies are working side by side. The energy of changing things, of being different, and then the energy of having more of a secure foundation in your life. So this is practically a sudden event that guarantees that you're going to have more security and more stability in your future. So definitely take advantage of this. Now, November 13 is going to be the lucky day. We have this Jupiter and Venus coming together. So that means that it's a very fortunate day. I definitely suggest for all the fire signs to make a wish on that day. And I'll be talking about how you can be making a wish for each one. Now, the last thing that I want to let you guys know is that Neptune is also changing directions. Neptune has been moving retrograde for the past 5 months, and now it's going to be moving direct, which means that the veil of illusion is coming on again. We are being more elusive. We're a lot more in touch with our imagination, our creativity, our spirituality. So this connects us more into the source, especially for people who are spiritually inclined. But for people who are a lot more practical, Neptune can become something more of creating more illusions and things that are not real, and this can cause some sort of mayhem. But I will be talking to each sign how this will be affecting you, and how is it that you can take away the illusions, and what are the things that you need to be more grounded and more realistic, so you can, not fall into any of these things. So let's start with our beautiful number 1, Aries. So here we go, Aries. So Aries, for you, the Scorpio energy, all this accumulated energy that is happening for you is happening in your sector of intimacy, sex, share resources, and other people's monies. So I see, and it's also the house of power. So I see that this year, and especially this month, you could be very sexually active, first of all. You could be wanting to have some sort of intimate connection, a deeper connection, really fused with the person that you're with. And if you're not with somebody, at least have a very deep connection within yourself. You're digging deep into your psychology, digging deep into the psychology of your lover. Also, this could be a time where you could be benefiting from other people's monies. There could be some sort of money coming to you. You are bringing good luck to your husband or wife because of this aspect as well. And you're also having an expansion in healing. So this is also a month where talk about those intimate issues. Go and express yourself, be vulnerable, and realize that when you are open with somebody and you are vulnerable with somebody that you trust, it actually empowers you even more. So have these intimate connections. I definitely encourage you to do some tantric practices if you're with someone. If you're not with someone, go and discover yourself, have a quality time for you, really dig deep into your psychology, get a reading. It would be a fantastic time to get an astrological reading. So if you want an astrological reading, you could definitely schedule one with me in the link here below. It's also a great time for healing. A great time for, counseling, talking to a psychologist, talking to an astrologer, talking to a numerologist, talking to some spiritual guide. A great time to reassess what's mine, what's everybody else's. It's a good time to get sponsored for any Aries out there that is wanting to have some sort of sponsorship or to work, invest in the stock market. This could also be very good for you at this time. But more than anything, it has to do with your intimate spirituality that helps you gain power. So I definitely see these things expanding for yourself and really being in touch with these things. Now, for the trine, this beautiful revolution that is going to happen and guarantee you a more stable life is going to happen between yourself and your principles and beliefs. So there's going to be some sort of sudden revolution within your identity that is going to bring you more stability in your principles, more stability in your ideals, more stability in your optimism towards life and your faith, more than anything, towards moving into the future. And also with anything that has to do with foreign affairs, travel, study. You could even have some sort of revolution where you go back to school and you get a higher education. But what is kind of triggering some sort of revolution that is going to give you more stability is between your identity, your own physical body persona, and your principles, ideals, beliefs, religions, doctrines, and your higher teachers. Okay, so these things are going to be mixing a lot in your life, and they're going to find more balance. You could be having some sort of sudden revolution within yourself that changes your perception, that changes even where you live. You could be moving to a foreign country too, and this could be affecting your personality. This could be affecting your persona. Also, maybe going back to school. This could also be affecting an identity or a part of who you are, or even meeting a guru at this time. Now, for the Neptunian energy, and definitely make a wish when it comes to other people's money. So if you're trying to get sponsored, make a wish with maybe getting more connected with your sexuality, healing through sexuality, getting connected with your mate, being more intimate with your mate, and having a happy, healthy balance of power, and even owning your own power. So you can make wishes about this in November 13th. And for Neptune, you need to be very aware of anything that has to do with Actually, you have one of the best placements of Neptune, because Neptune is in his own sign in Pisces, which means that right now you can have a very deep connection if you isolate. Like if there's some sort of isolation in your life, you could be gaining more insight into spiritualism. If you have some sort of routine with yoga, meditation, even doing some sort of past life regression, this could definitely help you as well. Touch more into your spirituality and your creativity. You're more creative. Your imagination is very vivid at this time, Aries. But this could be a very beautiful aspect for you to just move forward with your spirituality and self-undoing the things that are no longer part of, like, good for your identity. So there is some major revolutions happening within your own self and identity. So let's see what cards do we have for Aries. November 17th. So Aries, Aries, the cards that I got here for you is there's nothing to worry about. So you can be stepping into the month of November with some sort of worries. There could be some financial worries, because this house is also the house of finances. There could be some sort of worries with foreign affairs, with your identity. There could be some worries with relationships. So the angels are saying there's really nothing to be worrying about. If you want to find more comfort in your life to get closer to your family, it's telling me, so that's going to be something good for you, to get closer to home, to get closer to family, to get closer to this type of energy. You don't necessarily have a lot of energy in your home sector, but home is where you're being intimate, where you kind of close yourself off, and you are having a lot of mysterious energy for this month. So it could be, seclude yourself with family. There's really nothing to worry about. And I'm seeing here that there could be a new beginning in your partnership. Either you are having a new partner come into your life, or that there's a whole new beginning kind of happening with your current relationship that is going to lead you guys into a deeper, more intimate energy. Remember, Jupiter is going into the sector of your life, so it's very predominant. Now, the angels are also saying, go for it. There's really nothing to worry about. And this is not only going to help let your past go, but this is how you're going to be finishing the month. Finishing like, you know what? All of that is behind me. Whatever the hell happened in the past with my relationship, or whatever did not happen or did happen with or without my relationship, is gone. It's in the past. And you are having a very strong moment of reviving yourself and transforming yourself into a new, better you. All right, Aries? So I really hope this was of help to you. Now let's go to the sign of Leo. Oh, Leo. Okay, so Leo, let's see. Leo, you are having your strong energy of Scorpio in your sector of your private life, your domestic life, your family, your mother, and your private life, your home life. So I definitely see that there's going to be blessings this month with your family, with your mom. You could be getting a lot closer to your family. You could be having some sort of deal in real estate. You could be wanting to invest in real estate. Great time to do that. You might be wanting to renovate your home or start projecting yourself into what kind of home do you want. Remember, Jupiter is going to be in the sector of your home life for a whole year. So this is just the beginning of starting to project and shift your energy towards a more loving home, more security in your life, having a better space to live in, and creating a better nest for yourself and getting closer to your family. Now, Leo, for your beautiful trining energy that is happening between Saturn and Uranus, it's happening for you in the sectors of love, romance, children, and creativity, which is a very important placement for you because it has everything to do with you. And the revolution will be happening in your sector of your principles and beliefs. So what that means is that you are also having a major identity shift because you just recently had the eclipse in your sign in August 21st, and this is majorly changing who you are. But now what is going to be revolutionized is your principles and your ideals. Even there could be some foreign travel that suddenly happens. There could be some sudden realization, or even suddenly getting involved in a religious group that gives you even more faith. This could definitely happen, or suddenly you go back to school. But all of these things are helping you at this time, and there could be some sort of revolution in your principles that changes and shifts your romance, which is something that you've been going through a very hard time for this past 2 years. So the last lessons and the last things that need to be progressed in your spirit is the principles that you're having, your ideals, your beliefs. Where are your beliefs located? Your perception of beliefs of a higher thought, where are they located? And how are they affecting your romance, the relationship that you have with your children or your internal child, and the relationship that you have with pleasures in life? So you're going to be having some sort of revolution in these aspects that is going to bring you more stability in your romantic lives, in your relationship with your children, and with your own creativity. Now, for your Neptunian energy, Neptune is going to be moving forward in your sector of your, in the sector of your other people's monies, intimacy, sex, and transformation. So that means that this is a very healing time. You could be having some major healing that could be happening for you, especially psychologically. If there's any sort of psychological thing that needs to be healed, traumas or anything from the past, this is the time to do it. It's a great time to get an astrological reading, so I would definitely suggest for you guys to get an astrological reading with me. You can definitely do that by making an appointment in the link here below. This will be very healing for you. Intimacy will be very healing for you. Sex will be very healing for you. But all these things could also bring a lot of illusions, especially illusions in other people's monies and the power that you have with things that are not yours. So be clear in these things, especially if you are in a relationship. Be clear of where the money is going, how is it going, how is it being distributed, and be clear about your own power in yourself, because this is something that you might not see very clearly at this time. So let's see, what message do we have for Leo? Leo, November 2017. Leo. Okay, Leo. So here I'm saying, you're learning the power of law of attraction. You're learning to realize what is my energies bringing to me. You know, since a lot of things in your identity are changing at this time, that means that you could be seeing, why am I in this relationship? Why am I bringing that to myself? Is it something in me? Is it something in my own identity? And these are the things that are kind of shifting in you. So you're learning about the law of attraction. You're learning what it brings to your life. You're learning how it's changing you. So it's very important that, that you are aware and conscious of what is it that you truly want to attract to yourself. So if you want to attract something beautiful into yourself, are your energies beautiful, abundant, hopeful, trusting, and optimistic, or are they negative, down, and just mean? So this is what you're learning and how you're going into November. I do see that there is going to be joy. So the law of attraction and what follows right after is joy. So I do see you being in a good state of mind. There could be the resurrection started to happen, and you're starting to see the goodness of all of it. Especially all of this could be tied to entrepreneurship. There could be some sort of new venture, new business, new thing, something entrepreneur that you're dying to do, that you're dying to experience, that you're dying to express. So definitely a great time to do that, a great time to explore your entrepreneurship and how you could be a leader. Remember, you're Leo, you're the lion, you're the king of the jungle, you are the leader. So this needs to be important in your life. It's very important for Leos to discover their own light and to share it with the world. So I'm seeing some entrepreneurship energy coming to you. And this is a very important card. There has to be some sort of acceptance going on. There is a lot of energy in your fourth house sector, which is your security, your home, and your domestic environment. So this acceptance, the entrepreneurship, the joy, and realizing what you're attracting into your life, you're going to be able to accept things a lot better. And this is going to give you great confidence in yourself. It's actually going to be able to root you even more and make you feel like, okay, I can move forward and I know who I am. I'm not lost in this situation. So acceptance also of a situation with love, if it didn't work, acceptance with some sort of situation with your kids, with your, with anything. And this has to do with your aspect of Uranus and your principles and your higher mind, accepting something from here, from your creativity, from your expression, from your children, from your romance that just did not work. So there has to be that realization, that mental realization for you to free yourself. And I'm seeing that by the end of the month, you could be going through some cleaning and detoxifying, which is fantastic. Because after you have learned these lessons on love and pleasure, And children, now comes the lessons on health, but we'll be talking about that for next month. But just so you know, by the end of November, you already are projecting yourself into detoxification, cleanliness, cleansing of yourself, cleansing of your body, and starting to you know, tackle down any sort of situation that needs to be tackled down when it comes to your health and your organization of your life. So I hope this was of help to you, Leo. Now let's go to the sign of Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. So for you, we have all this Scorpio energy, all this energy that is propelling you to be deep, mysterious, and intense, and penetrate to the situation. And you have it in the sector of finalizing your life. Well, not finalizing, a cycle of your life. Finalizing a cycle of your life, finalizing something in your life, closing the chapter of the past 15, 20 years or so, and really looking back and seeing, what am I, you know, what did I pick up through the way? Did I pick up something that actually helps me or disempowers me? Am I holding on to a situation that I'm already over it, that I shouldn't be holding on to it anymore? So all these things are gonna come to the light. This is a time for rest. This is a time for recuperation. This is a time for seclusion. This is a time for taking a step back. You've been working your off, so take a step back and realize that this is the time to recharge your batteries, especially this month. This is a good month to work behind the scenes, to get any sort of work behind the scenes done. This could be with a resume, this could be with anything that you do behind the scenes. A good time for imagination, a good time to get in contact with spirit, with God, with love. A good time to get in contact with some experiences that can bring you healing, plant medicine, or anything like that. It could be a great time to go back into your subconscious and see what you're carrying with you. So this is a time where also there could be a love from the past coming back, if there was something that wasn't fully resolved. For Sagittarius that are in a relationship that could be destructive and it's not good for them, this could be the month where you're really measuring the pros and cons of this situation and if it's even worth moving forward. So this is a time of reevaluation for you, especially this month, because we're about to go into your birthday in December. So before is your birthday, you need to go through reassessing the past and seeing what worked, what didn't work, and what needs to go away. So just prepare yourself for those things. Now, for the Uranus and Saturn trine that is happening, this beautiful revolution that could bring you more stability and longevity in your life, has to do with your own self, because Saturn has been sitting in your house of your personality, which has been trying to, you know, it's been hard, it's been tough. You've been really growing up this past 2 years and really, you know, feeling the heavy load of age, feeling the heavy load of age and the responsibilities of your identity. So I see that there's going to be some sort of revolution, some sort of impactful situation that is going to happen in your romance, in your creativity, in children. So this is a time where, you know, there could be a sudden surprise of children, or there could be a sudden surprise of romance, but there's something that is going to progress in your sector of pleasures, of creativity, of romance, of children, and your own connection with your own inner child. And this is going to spark a new identity for yourself. It's going to spark a more stable identity, which is going to be fantastic for you to begin this new cycle, this new 30-year cycle of your life, okay? Because whatever you've been doing for this past 2 years can very well be with you for the next 30 years to come. So you've been planting seeds for the future, and this is a time where there could be some sort of catalyst to really root you down into what you have become. Okay, so now let's see, Neptune. Neptune, we have a Neptune in your 4th house of home. So this could be a time where you could be feeling a little bit insecure, not knowing where is it that you belong, or you could be seeing your home as your sanctuary. Your home could be your sanctuary. Your home can be where you find spiritual connection. Your home could be where you find a connection to God. Your mother at this time could be a source of spirit. Also, eating, cooking, Anything that has to do with conveniences can be bringing you a sense of spirituality. Also, things with your mom and with family could be a little bit confusing. So it's a good time to just clear the air, heal anything that needs to be healed. And also watch out for any sort of water issues in your house. Just giving you a heads up, Neptune could be, pulling some pranks with water when it comes to your properties. So let's see. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what I just said, you're getting out of nowhere, a surprise, some sudden shift, some sudden event that is going to revolutionize the way you love. Okay, because the first card that we have is relationship. You're stepping into the month with this relationship energy. Relationship. There might be a relationship from the past coming back. Remember, that's Scorpio energy, and also not only love from the past, but your current relationship. You could be really measuring the pros and cons, or working at healing whatever situation is holding you guys from now moving to the next step. So there's a lot of energy in your relationships at this time. You're stepping into the November with relationship mode, and the angels are saying, go for it. Go for it. Whatever it is that is coming to your mind to better your relationship, to better your situation with love, to better your situation with romance, to better your situation with all of these things, just go for it. Go for it. Remember, when we fully commit ourselves to something, that's when things can actually move forward. If we're in limbo, if we're in two relationships, if we're like in and out, but I'm kind of with this person, I'm kind of with her, but you don't get anywhere. You don't get to develop any of the two relationships anywhere. So it's saying go for it. Go for your relationship. Go for whatever your relationship, either with yourself and God, or go with the relationship with the person that you're choosing to be with, but fully just go with that. Now, family. Family is going to be, no. So then you're assertive. You're going for it. You're assertive. Remember, this love situation, romantic situation, is going to shift something in yourself, in your identity, and the way that you're going to be presenting yourself and into the world. So there is going to be some more assertiveness coming from you. There's going to be more of an energy of going for it, tackling a situation, and really dealing with the situation head on. And I see that this is going to help you fall in love again. You could be falling in love with your mate again. You could be falling in love again with somebody else. You could be falling in love with yourself, or you could be just be falling in love with the beautiful things in life. But you're going to have an energy lifted where you're seeing the beauty of it all, and you're seeing how everything works. So Cupid is definitely going to bring a lot of happiness to you, okay? Especially if you fully go for it, if you fully embrace and are assertive with the things that you truly want, especially when it comes to relationships, or even the relationship that you have with yourself. Sorry. Okay, and then at the end of the Sol is going to help you really feel at home, okay? It's going to help you feel at home with family. At the end of the month, there could be a very strong sense of family, uniting with your family, or even making your mate more of a family member, or but there's going to be a strong connection with family at the end of the situation. So know that things are shifting, know that things are getting better. This is healing time for you. So, take it easy. Things are looking really good, Saggy. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for being here for your horoscope for November 2017. Thank you, fire signs, for all the beautiful likes, all the beautiful comments that you guys leave me. I love you so very much, and thank you so much for sharing my video with your loved ones. Remember that the signs, the element that shares the most their video, will have a long mid-reading for this upcoming November. I love you guys so much, and I will be seeing you for next month.